Dear children, to know or to solve problems based on circles, semicircles, okay, we need to know these things about circles. So, in earlier classes, you have dealt about radius, diameter, major segment, minor segment, arc, sector, right? So, now those are all the theoretical part that you have seen, and now we are going to move forward to solve problems based on circles. Especially while we are solving, we need the perimeter formula, area formula, length of the arc, length, area of the sector, right? So these are all the things whichever are which are very very essential for us to solve areas based on circles. Okay, so now for today let us discuss all about the circles, and please by heart all the formulae, so that when we solve the problems, there will not be any problem for you in recollecting the formulae. So a circle, you can see that it is a curve drawn equidistantly from a particular point, and this point is called the center. Usually center we represent with O. Usually. It is not necessary that it is always O, but usually we do it. And radius with small r. And radius with small r. Right. And what is the radius? Any point on the circle if you take, and from that point to the center if you draw a line, the length of that line segment is called radius, or the distance between the center of the circle and any point on the circle. It can be this point, this point, or this point, or any, but infinite number of points you can take, right? So distance from the center of the circle to any one point on the circle, any one point on the circle is called a radius, right? Now path or length of this curve, that is the circle, is called perimeter, or the other name for this is circumference. The other name for it is circumference, where circumference or perimeter is given by 2 pi r, where pi value is approximately, you can take it as 3.17, or the actual value in fraction is 22 by 7. Okay, pi value you can take it as 3.17, or the actual value, this is an approximate value, where this is the actual value in fraction, that is 22 by 7. And right, and when it comes to, right, when it comes to r should be given to find out the perimeter, or if perimeter is given, you can find out r. Why? Because pi is a constant, 2 is a constant. Now, perimeter means, you know what is the meaning of perimeter starting from this point. Suppose if I start at this point, right, at this point, and then again measuring the whole length until the same point, that is called perimeter or circumference. And now suppose if I want to find out the length between these 2 points only, starting from this and ending here, right, these 2 points, this forms an arc, this forms an arc. How to find out the length of this arc? So whenever we have to find out the length of the arc, no, usually here the angle made by these 2 points with the center is given, right? So that means the radii, how they make the angle at the center, that is x degrees suppose. Then length of the arc is given by x by 360. Suppose if it is 30 degrees, 30 by 360 into 2 pi r gives you the length of the arc, gives you the length of arc. Now when you know the radius, now diameter, the next word is diameter. What is diameter? When the line is drawn from one point to the other point on the circle, passing through the center, passing through the center, not like this, okay, passing through the center, or exactly what we say is from one point on the circle to the exactly opposite side. Usually we divide the circle like that, and then we say that this length of the line segment is called diameter. And when you observe that this is radius from this to this, and from this to this is also radius, so r plus r is 2r. So diameter is equal to 2r. When we know diameter, or if in the problem diameter is given, there is no need for you to write 2 pi r. You can directly write 2r as diameter, 2r as diameter. So therefore pi into d is the perimeter. Pi into d is the perimeter. Right. So now the next one is area of the circle. So what is area of the circle? Now you have a boundary, and within the boundary, the space occupied within the boundary, right? That is called area. And area is usually represented as A. A is equal to pi r square is the formula. A is equal to pi r square. Now suppose if I have two concentric circles. Concentric means having same center. Right? Circles having same center. From the same center I drew one circle with small r radius and another circle with capital R radius. Can you see that one? Yes. Right. So now if I wanted to find out the area of the shaded region, so what can I do? I have to find out the area of the bigger circle or the outer circle. From that you have to subtract the area of the inner circle. Then you will get the remaining part. Then you will get the shaded part. So area of the shaded region is pi capital R square minus pi small r square. Pi capital R square is the area of the outer circle. Pi small r square is the area of the inner circle. So difference between these two gives you the area of the shaded region. Okay children, take a screenshot of this. It's very, very important. So now suppose if it is like this, right? Directly, without the need of any formula, directly we can understand it is 1/4 of the circle, is it not? 1/4 of the circle. So therefore, you can write directly also pi r square by 4 as area of shaded region. And if you see that it is half of the circle, what we call as a semicircle. So what do we call that as? Semicircle. Area of semicircle. Suppose if you want area of semicircle, right? So then that is half of complete circle, half of pi r square. Now any particular angle is given. That means area of the sector has to be determined. What is the sector? This is the sector. Area bounded between the two radii and the arc is called the sector. So area of sector is equal to, similar to area length of the arc, how you have written? X degree by 360 degree there. Here it is theta given. Theta degree by 360 degree into, there it was the perimeter. Here it is area. So theta by 360 into pi r square gives you the area of the sector. Okay children, so take a screenshot of this. Be thorough with all these formulas so that tomorrow when we go for solving the problems given in your exercises, this is very, very important for you to remember. Okay.